Hello, doers, and welcome to week one of the intentional mindset. Thank you so much for downloading the ebook, and I really do appreciate you. This is going to be a very really just a good source of information and a tool that you can put into your reference resource toolbox, if you will. So let's get started. We are going to jump into week one, the intentional mindset. And of course, this particular week is just going to basically kind of get you ready, get you started, get you into what to expect. So first of all, we need to understand what is mindset. And I believe this is probably on page 2 of your workbook. What is a mindset? A mindset is truly a mental attitude towards something based upon life experiences, your environment, your education, ideas, beliefs, those things that we are inherited and raised on. So your mindset is going to basically depict things in your life and how things are going to be structured. So it's really good to understand what your mindset is, or even to create a positive mindset, because you can have a negative mindset and then the outcome is going to be just that, negative. So understanding what a mindset is key. That's number one, and it's very important to your growth. So first of all, understanding what the mindset is, and you do have that explanation in your workbook. But what I want you all to do is write down what mindset you're going to choose to follow going forth now. Take notes. Write that down. Write yourself a note. What mindset am I going to choose to follow going forth? Think in terms of your beliefs, your education, your family structure, what you would provide for yourself, or how you want to think. And then by the end of these trainings, you may even change your mindset. So you have to determine two things, positive or negative. And of course you're going to say positive, but what is positive about your mindset? So write down those things. What is going to be positive about your mindset? Now let's dive into, what does it mean to be intentional? What does it mean to be intentional? That means you are purposeful in word and in action. You do things on purpose, for purpose. That's just what intentions are. What are your thoughts? What did you set out to do when you were going to do a certain things? What are your intentions? And intentions means everything. Because if you don't have a particular attention to, intentions for the things that you're going to do, then what's the point? It's just empty. So what is your intention to do? So that's why you got to have an intentional mindset. Everything has to be done in purpose, for purpose, in words and in action. So when you wake up in the morning, say to yourself, my intention today is to do ... You fill in the blank. So what I want you to do is write down what you intend to do. The next thing is, how does your mindset, since we understand what mindset is, how does your mindset speak to you in this very moment? That's why I said to write down what you intend for your mindset to be. Are you optimistic? Do you tend to be more pessimistic, which is negative in your thoughts? Some people, and they don't, you really don't even realize that you're being negative in your thoughts or pessimistic. So just, look up that. And you may know what pessimistic means, or being optimistic. But look it up anyway. you may find some different meanings to what you already thought it was. So either way, your thoughts are your mindset, and your thoughts are shaping your daily experiences. I promise you. You know how the scripture says life and death is in the power of the tongue? That is so true. But it starts with your thoughts. When you start thinking a thing, you're going to speak it out of your mouth. So you want to make sure you get your thought process under submission and under control. Because if you think it, you're going to speak it, and then you're going to begin to shape things. So what are you thinking about? Right? I just want you to sit with that for a minute. What are you thinking about? Now, just like I mentioned with the Intentional Mindset ebook, here's a, like I mentioned before, I should say, about the Intentional Mindset ebook. Here are some reasons that you need the Intentional Mindset, and that's on page 3. I'm going to read it. Just like I said, this is like the first week is going to kind of be in maintenance or housekeeping, if you will, so that we can get ready for it. But the Intentional Mindset, it will expand your thought process. It will teach you to be purposeful in word and action. It's a vision source for your desired results. It will shape your very essence. And it will also help you to create a new higher level of mental activities, and which is really good, because when you start to think different, you do different, and it will challenge your new mental activity process. And that's really, really good, because you want to be able to be challenged in how you're doing things, how you are doing things. And the thing about that is, how you do one thing, you do everything. And so you want to make sure that in that you're challenged and you're doing the right thing. Okay? So I think in page number 4, and then we're going to, just really kind of start digging in now. The intentional mindset. You want to be intentional about your growth. We definitely have busy lives. So it's so important to reflect and realize what our desired outcomes will be intentionally. So what I want you to do is now take your pad, paper, pen, and write down, reflect and realize what you want your desired outcomes to be. This is very important. And you do this intentionally. Like I said before, everything that you do is on purpose, for purpose. So write down right now at this point, reflect, take a paper, fold it in half, put reflect and realize. Reflect about the things that you have been doing, and then realize what you can do to change those things. And then I'm going to challenge you to write another column and write the word intentionally, because when you change it, you're going to change it on purpose, for purpose. So you do it intentionally. So get you 3, folded it, tri-fold your paper, or just draw a line, however you want to do it, however you take notes. But reflect, realize, and then intentionally reflect on what you are doing. Realize, is it good or bad or otherwise, or how can you improve upon it? And then what are you going to do intentionally to change those results? And this is all about your growth. This is all about what your desired outcome is going to be. And the reason why I want you to do this is because a lot of us, we don't live, we just exist in the world. And this exercise, believe it or not, is going to help you start to live instead of exist, because a lot of times we're going about life just doing whatever we think is good, or we get into a rut and into a routine, And so we need to challenge our very existence, our very mindset on what it is that we're doing, and just start living. And you got to be strategic about it, not only intentional, but you have to be strategic in your mindset and in your daily thoughts. So what I want you to do, flip that paper over or use another piece of paper, write down your strategy of changing things intentionally. And your strategy, your notes right here may be, okay, my strategy today, and this is a daily strategy. My strategy today in changing my mindset and in my thoughts is going to be XYZ. For example, my strategy today might be getting up, instead of getting up and running, getting ready for the day. My strategy today may be to, in the morning, first thing in the morning, is to meditate on the Word of God. That might be my strategy instead of the midday. Because, honestly, I do it in the midday, but my strategy and my thought process and to get me going may be that. That may work for me. Now, it's not to say it's okay if you do it in the middle. It's not okay to do it in the middle of the day, but that may be a strategy. I'm trying to give you an example of your different thought process, or just whatever your thought process. Change your daily thoughts, change your daily activities in a way that it will help you to improve your doing and improve the things that you want to see change. So be strategic. So write down on your paper, what are you going to do to be strategic in your ways? Now, this is the last part of week 1. And this is what I'm going to leave you with homework. Remember, tricky thinking. As a man thinketh, or woman, so is he or she. Today, or going forth, I want you to focus on 1, think, which is conclusion. Thinking of, well, let's say it like this. Thinking is a form of thought. Thoughts are a flow of ideas that arrive at a conclusion. Think on the things that you desire. 2, say, which is shapes. What you say and speak into the atmosphere will shape your desired outcome. So be intentional this week, for the next week. Be intentional in what you think and say. Remember, it's the visioning source to your desired result. So thinking is a conclusion, which is a desired end, right? And then what you say is going to shape it. So you want your thoughts and your expression of thoughts, which is your speech, to come out the way that you want to see the desired results. So what you think and what you say is going to result in what your desire is. So remember that in this week, and intentionally change your thoughts and your speech. And until next week, thank you so much, and happy intentional mind setting. Reset. However you want to look at it, this is a great thing. And email me. Please do email me and ask the questions, or let me know. Let me know if what's good. What happened? What came out good? Because I guarantee you, when you start to refocus and rethink and get strategy behind thoughts, you will absolutely start to see some different results. So please do email me at info@thedocoach.com. That's info@thedocoach.com. And definitely start to visit me on all of my socials. I'm on every social. That's Instagram, Twitter, Clubhouse. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm on Clubhouse. Facebook. Or definitely email me. Keep in touch. Stay in touch. Next week, part 2. I look forward to seeing you all. Bye for now.